Good morning. I just wanted to get on here. I have a few minutes before I'm going to work today, and just wanted to share a little bit. I've been having a really, really good week, and this is going to be the saddest get ready with me that you've probably ever seen, but I only have a few minutes before I'm going to work. So we're going to do it this way. My whole goal this week, and it was a good week, is to stay out of the ER. And last night that didn't happen. Last night I had probably the worst pain I've ever had, close to it. It lasted for hours. The medication wasn't touching it. It was taking the edge off, so I wasn't dying, but I felt like I wanted to. So this morning was like pretty, what's the word? Disheartening, disappointing, defeated. Definitely feeling defeated today. This is kicking my ass. It really is. And, there are a lot of days that are really good. And, like I've said in my posts before, that there's a lot of gifts that are coming from this. A lot. I mean, I have a lot to be thankful for. I don't know if I'm looking better or if I'm looking worse. I guess it doesn't really matter today. Today is one of those days that you get up and you try not to think about it. You meditate. You think, what can I do differently? Every little bit helps. Every little thing that you learn helps. But it was really tough to be in the ER last night. And it was scary to me because the medication wasn't working. And that's kind of partly why I felt so good this week, is because I felt safe because I had the medication, that I could stay out of the ER. It also scares me that they don't really know what's going on. But that's not really what I wanted to share today. There are days like this, and they suck. They really suck. Today I'm doing okay, but I just feel defeated. Like, there comes a point where you just you run out of strength. And it doesn't matter what anyone else says to you or how much strength they try and give you, and words of encouragement and being there for you and all that stuff. But in the end, you go through this alone. And that's okay. Hopefully you have a strong spiritual connection, with Source or with God or with your higher power, whatever it is for you. Hopefully you have that in place, because there are days where you feel like you're going backwards and you feel like this is never going to end. And even though I have people who are in my life who've gone through this, and they do say that yes, it will end. I don't mean that in a bad way, but you will get through this, and you do get through this. Another thing I wanted to bring up, and like I've said before, I'm not a mental health expert in any way, shape, or form, and this is not advice. But I just wanted to share sort of the emotional component to this. I've had a fair amount of trauma in my past, and I've been triggered this weekend. I had some things come up, and it was like, sometimes you just go through these times where like the universe is just like, say there's a person who injured you in the past, and you never see them. You haven't seen them for years, but all of a sudden in the span of a couple of days, that person shows up in your life. You run into them at the phone store, or they just happen to drive past you, or you notice that they're visiting friends down the street, whatever it is. And you think, I've gotten past that. I'm stronger than that. I'm not going to let this bother me. And I wish I knew how to get through being triggered. What happens is my body takes it. And my body deals with it. So along with the pain that I was having last night, which is from the blockage, same old thing, along with that pain, I was sobbing. I sobbed for a good 4 hours, 5 hours, like not a little cry, a big cry for like 4 hours. I couldn't stop crying. And I couldn't tell whether it was frustration or whether it was just old hurts. Like, I can't even remember the hurts. It's not something I ever think about, but it's like embedded in my body in this weird way. And I can't tell if it's the stress that comes first and then it hits my body, or if it hits my body and then it comes up as stress mentally. If you have any thoughts on that, I'd appreciate them in the comments below. I'm going to try to keep this within 10 minutes because, like I said, I do have to go to work today. And this is as good as it gets. But I'm not red-faced, I'm not crying, I'm not in pain right now. I'm just tired. And if you've gone through this, you know that being tired is not that big of a deal anymore. You know that you just get through it. And I only, I work a couple hours at most. So don't feel sorry for me for going to work. I make a living, pretty well with just a short amount of commitment. And I'm really fortunate for that. But I was scared shitless last night. I was scared the medication wasn't working. I was scared this was never going to go away. I was scared that this was never going to heal. I was scared that I was delusional, in being positive, that maybe I shouldn't be so positive, maybe I should just face the fact that this might take me out. I refuse to, and I don't know if that's healthy or not. I assume so. I mean, it feels better than giving up. I mean, I think the only thing worse than feeling exhausted is the feeling of giving up. And I've given up before. But I don't know. Maybe there's something to be said for surrendering. I'm not exactly sure how to do that. If you've been through any sort of trauma in your life, surrendering doesn't always feel good because you feel vulnerable and you feel like you're going to be hurt again. It makes you sort of feel weak when you feel vulnerable. And I could definitely feel myself fighting that. I didn't want to rely on anyone to pick me up, to take me to the ER. I didn't want to have to rely on someone to take care of my dog. I didn't want to rely on someone to give me a ride home. I didn't want to have to rely on the ER. I'm a strong woman. I know that. People recognize that in me. But I would like to not be strong anymore. And I don't know if being strong is necessarily a good thing all the time. But in your life, you have to survive certain things. And I guess I have to keep being strong to survive this. I don't know. If you have any thoughts, let me know. Do you let go? Do you surrender? Do you keep keep your gloves up? This thing is kicking my ass. Anyways, I'm at the 10-minute mark, and I promised I wouldn't go that long. But for any of you who are having a tough day today, just know that you're not alone. You have spirit with you, you have strength, you're stronger than you think you are, and you'll get through this. Like all those things that they tell you, that's all true. It's just when you're in pain, you just want the pain to stop. You just want it to go away. You want to not have to be strong anymore. Like that would be really wonderful if I could just be easy about it. I don't know. If you're going through this, let me know. I guess that's all I've got. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for getting ready with me. This is the saddest makeover ever. But hey, I'm going to work today. I'm getting up, I'm showing up. And tomorrow's a new day. And I'm doing everything I can to make sure that I'm here for it. So, all right. Bye.